in all this, and I do want to know what is going on in regards to what's happening right now with the film. So, if the film is a success, right, and we're moving into that direction, how far away is an announcement or anything intimate for the future?
Well, Wonder Woman had its announcement within 48 hours. From my understanding, they are planning and prepping, and they're just kind of like having like they're getting ready for the inevitable. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're not like just ready to go. Like they're hopeful that it's going to happen, and they're ready for it in case it does. From my understanding, the plan is essentially to film Justice Leagues 2 and 3 together for continuity
Yeah.
purposes. The only way you can really get all those actors together is to get them all together and then just do it all at once. Because you can't wait a few years apart and then like magically, I mean, it's already been like 5 years. So you gotta like, you would have to do it all at once unless you want the actors to all look like super old after each one. So, from my understanding, they already have the plan to film them together and to move forward that way, um, kind of like they did with the Lord of the Rings. So just
Mm-hmm.
do it all at once.
So there is some Justice League information out there which is incorrect. What I want to correct because I've got a really good track record. Also, there's some old Henry Cavill Superman news that is being reported like new Henry Cavill news for some reason. But you know me, I'm going to debunk that stuff and tell you what exactly is going on. So yo, what is good YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into the video. So for some reason, I've been sent multiple times to the same YouTube video of someone trying to make out there's going to be a huge Justice League Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder Justice League trailer during the Super Bowl, and apparently the justification for this is because it's the biggest TV spot of the year, which, yeah, don't get me right, it is. It is the big, and it would be cool, and it could bring in a bunch of new HBO Max subscribers for Zack Snyder's Justice League in March and for Godzilla versus Kong. But guys, I broke this first on YouTube at least, that the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer, the hype trailer, would be coming out on the 14th of February. I broke that, aka Valentine's Day. I said that before anyone else, yes, even before Grace. I don't know how she got this info, probably just copied it from me, but I broke that before anyone. So the actual new trailer is coming out on the 14th of February, but we could get a highlight reel of all the HBO Max original series and TV shows that is coming like we have been for the last few weeks. You know, like we had the Godzilla versus Kong, the Mortal Kombat, the Suicide Squad, the Space Jam highlight reel. Now it costs $5 million for a 30-second TV spot at the Super Bowl. So I don't think they're going to spend $5 million on this as a standalone trailer, but maybe as a highlight reel, because this is called Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder himself is actually in control of advertising and marketing of the movie. He kind of sets in stone the date and when everything's dropping. So 14th of February, we'll be getting a trailer, but there could be a tinsy bit of a trailer at the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't be banking on it, honeys. I would not be banking on it. Remember, I told you this would be a 4-hour movie weeks before anyone else did on YouTube at least. And I also told you it would be an R-rated at least on YouTube before anyone else did. And I also told you before anyone else did on YouTube at least that this Zack Snyder Justice League movie would be made. I actually said this, guys. Go back on the channel to 2017 and you will see. So let's talk about the Henry Cavill Superman news. It's not actually news, to be honest, guys, because we covered this story from our friends over at theculturednerd.com when they posted an article last year in September saying Henry Cavill signs new deal as Superman film deal, which is cool. I speak to the guys over there. The information is solid. So sources close to both the Cultured Nerd and DC News have confirmed Henry Cavill has signed a new deal to reprise his role as Superman. Now, why wouldn't they want to be? Why wouldn't they want him? Because, you know, he's one of the biggest stars in the world now. The Witcher was the biggest show ever. So essentially what was said in this article was the pitch was widely praised and has led to official confirmation of new contracts for more appearances as Superman. And it essentially says the contract includes 3 films for Cavill, pitches opportunities for future cameos in other DC future films for a total of 5 to 6. As of now, we don't know which specific movies these will be and which specific roles they could be, but they could be anything from an outing in a prominent role in Black Adam movie or in Shazam movie. So this is where the story initially came from. And I've spoke to some other people behind the scenes that know what they're on about and that kind of stuff. So I know this Henry Cavill information is definitely true. But recently we get some information going around from the hashtag show, and then Andy Signal tried to jump on it and stuff. But like I said, guys, it actually came from the Cultured Nerd months and months ago. But the only reason people are taking this serious is because Variety posted an article, Henry Cavill won't appear as Superman in Shazam 2. Well, Henry Cavill didn't appear in Shazam 1, did he? Or did he? Well, his stunt double did. So he kind of did, just not the face. So the article says, despite multiple online reports, it's not really. It was essentially the hashtag show, and to be fair, them guys are pretty cool. Then Andy Signal reported it on some website, and then it kind of went viral for no reason. So the report essentially said, Shazam Fury of the God, essentially, two sources have direct knowledge of production and Cavill's schedule confirmed to Variety. So essentially, it says that Henry Cavill isn't going to appear in Shazam 2, although it would make sense if he did. And then people reckon that David S. Sandberg, who's a pretty cool guy, I spoke to him at the UK premiere for Shazam, and such a nice guy, spoke to him for about 5 to 10 minutes, cool guy. He kind of debunked it, but he doesn't ever debunk anything if you actually read what he says. So he says not going to comment on casting rumors for several reasons, one being you can't be sure about anything until it's happened. Halfway through shooting Shazam, the plan was still for Cavill to be in it. Scoopers could have scooped that and have been right at the time, but wrong in the end. So essentially saying is, I know, but I'm not going to tell you if it's true or not. And then it went on to say, according to Variety sources, whilst Cavill may be returning as Superman at some point, it won't be for Shazam 2. And then what is interesting is that there is some kind of Twitter handlers that I do actually believe who have said some interesting things recently, which essentially alludes to Henry Cavill's Superman having a prominent future as Superman. But we already know this because I've reported on Henry Cavill multiple times over last year. And then there's this page on Twitter called Culture Crave. Henry Cavill will not return as Superman in Shazam Fury of God. His cameo will be in a different up-and-coming DC film, which Variety essentially said the same thing. So I do find it interesting when people run a scoop, because the interesting thing is, if you know how the scooping game works, you can actually tell instantly if a said scoop is real. You know, it's kind of like the William Dafoe returning as Green Goblin. Warstu, me, I said that in a YouTube video before any other website said it, but I didn't run it as a scoop because I'm not a scooper. I said it as an off-the-cut comment that William Dafoe is Green Goblin, so I've heard he's literally about to sign. And then this little website called Illuminati takes the scoop, essentially steals it from me, because I know all these people watch me. It's pretty obvious. So it is interesting how I said that before anyone else, and then all of a sudden the Illuminati, literally the next day, said William Dafoe, and then apparently William Dafoe's been seen on set. So the scoop game's pretty fake, to be honest, guys. I don't want to go into too much about how the scoop game works. I mean, if you ask me privately on Instagram at Warstu, I'll tell you exactly how it works. But the scoop game is pretty fake, because most of these scoopers, it's not their full-time job. In fact, most of them don't even make money. It's literally a hobby for them. And when you understand how it works, you understand that, yes, there is some truth to Henry Cavill returning, but it's not going to be anytime soon, except for his role in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But he didn't shoot any additional photography because all the scenes he was in was shot for the original movie. As we know, Zack Snyder shot one movie and his movie, the theatrical release that the studio wanted, and essentially his cut at the same time. So recently we posted a video on Justice League 2 literally being confirmed, Batfleck series being confirmed, and the David Ayer cut also being confirmed. But I got a lot of complaints in this video because apparently I was having audio issues. So I'm going to briefly go over what I said in this video. So I will leave the article down below and the link down below to the Cultured Nerd again. So essentially what was said is there is a plan for Justice League 2 already out there. As long as this movie does well, Zack Snyder Justice League, they're ready to fire with Justice League 2. And they went as far to say it's definitely happening from what they understand, as long as the movie does well and the Snyder Cut will be doing well. Also, the Batfleck series is pretty much confirmed. They went on to say there's 8 episodes. They're already scouting locations. It's not got the funding.
Recently was that, let's just say it. Fuck it. We were told they're looking for 8 episodes, it being a one-off. Just 8 episode single season miniseries, kind of like Watchmen, but just 8 episodes. They were hour-long episodes. There's going to be Deathstroke. There's going to be backstory for Deathstroke, him explaining him getting his powers, why he has beef with Batman, etc. There's going to be Joker stuff. There's going to be some stuff with Robin leading up to his death. And actually, what was the the detail you pointed this out. The Robin detail was that this was a Robin that was actually Robin for like 10 something years. So he's like an
Uh-huh.
adult when he dies.
Yeah.
He's not like a kid. Like he's like a grown up. Like
Yeah, he's a full grown
he's like a
adult.
full on like he's a full on adult. Like
Yeah.
as that dies.
He's like
So
getting to the end. It would
he's
like
getting
be
to the point.
him.
He's getting to the point where he probably should have taken off his costume and become Nightwing at that point. Like he should
Yeah.
have already been like. That's about how old he is for like when he gets killed by the Joker. So we're gonna
Wait.
get that stuff.
So let's go back. Let's go backwards. There's 8 episodes. So 8 episodes. So how would you know that there's 8 episodes?
Because they're planning it. From my understanding, that they have the pitch, they have the outlines, and they have the perspective. Like this is where we're going to go with it. This is how long it's going to be, and let's do some location scouting. And they're talking about where they would film certain things.
So they're already doing
So
pre-production. That's pre-op.
They are essentially doing pre-production. I mean, every movie goes through a pre-production phase before they get greenlit, so that they can have their like even Chris Nolan, he and David Goyer spent time in their garage. They built bat caves, they built Batmobiles, they built costumes, they built all these designs. They had a story pitch. They had like this is how long this will be.
Uh-huh.
They had everything ready so that when it was ready to go, they had that blueprint to move forward. Like they are going that far. Like they're ready to go.
Make this clear from a production standpoint. Even though a film is in pre-op, doesn't mean the film is greenlit. I just want to preface this really quick. Greenlit means that once the production gets a shooting schedule, that means you have a budget. You need a budget to run a shooting schedule. That means you're greenlit. It means you could start shooting. That's what green lighting means. Is you're greenlit, you could start shooting. Here's your budget. You have a shooting schedule ready. You could start shooting. So right now they're just in pre-production. So like you just said right now, and I just want to go back. You said that they already found, or they're looking for the Wayne Manor.
From my understanding, they are already planning an actual like on-set location for Wayne Manor and pre-burned down Wayne Manor, because that's part of the story of why he lives in the lake house and not in his fucking house, is the story behind why it's burnt to a crisp.
So we're going to get a backstory into how it burns down. We're going to get a backstory into... Now, from what I'm looking...
Yeah, but it's pretty much set in stone. It will invoke Jared Leto Joker, Joe Manganiello Deathstroke, Warstu, potentially, if the money's right, I'm there. So yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to. I will leave a link down below to this video, but essentially a lot of you guys were saying the audio was all out of whack, but I guess kind of it was. But it's sorted now. So also we know the Ayer cut is also pretty much there. It has been worked on. There is VFX done, and there is ample evidence. I'll tag in some clips of what was said on the show, just so it's more transparent what I'm on about, because
what's going on with the Ayer cut?
So it's still trucking along. I mean, we've said it before that the Snyderverse itself, the continuation of the Snyderverse, is all very much reliant on the success of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Mm-hmm. If the project is a success, they will move forward with every other thing that they've planned. It's no joke, like literally every franchise. That's how they work. They're not going to... They have plans for everything, and then they drop them the moment they're successful. I mean, that's literally how it works. So the Ayer cut is still getting ready. They're using a lot of assets, a lot of CGI tech that was developed for and prepared for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And last I heard, the most recent detail was that while Jared was filming Zack's scenes, he also sat down and did a full previs scan so they could digitally insert him into the scene that's being re-added into the film. So they have their stand-in that was used, and they have Jared's facial scans now to fill in some gaps.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that Jared went and did the additional photography, and during that time he sat in and did a face scan for face replacement replacement to sit over. Now, the last article you guys put out about this, and let me just go back to the article, was something in the lines of they were going to add more photography to Here it is. Visual effects update. Let me see if this is the right scene before I do this. The last 5 minutes, they're merging current scenes. Body doubles. Here it is.
Body double. Because the scene, as we've talked about it dozens of times now, it's Steppenwolf, Enchantress. Well, not so much Enchantress anymore. I think it's Steppenwolf and Joker.
I don't want to repeat the same video again because there's a few audio issues on that video, which I apologize for, but I'm only human. So yeah, it's gonna be a good few years if you're a DC fan. So Zack Snyder Justice League trailer is coming Valentine's Day. There could be a tiny tease at the Super Bowl, but I'm not expecting it. Batfleck series is literally confirmed without being confirmed. 8 episodes, a one-off show to show the backstory of how Selena left him, how he got to the way he was, the death of Robin, Joker, why Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello hates Batfleck and all this kind of stuff. And the Ayer cut is literally confirmed. There's so much evidence out there. The fact that the director himself is actually saying that it's pretty much there, and the fact that there's like 50 minutes of Joker deleted scenes, the fact that Ayer keeps teasing more Joker images and clips, it's just so evident that it is there. The fact they've done a lot of work, the fact that Jared Leto Joker did some work for modeling whilst he was shooting for the Snyder cut, the additional photography, it's there, guys. It's all coming as long as the Zack Snyder Justice League movie does well. So if you want the Zack Snyder Snyderverse restored, all you got to do is go on HBO Max, go to cinema when it's released, and watch it on repeat. And keep watching it, keep hashtagging Snyderverse, Justice League 2, Zack Snyder Justice League 2, and it will happen. So what was said was they will be shooting it. If Justice League 2 and 3 happens, they will have to shoot it concurrently and shoot it back to back to back in order to get the actors there, because obviously to get Momoa, to get Cavill, to get Ben Affleck, etc., and without them looking a lot older, so to speak, if they were going to like shoot 3 to 4 years and have a gap in between, they might look older. So in order to get it Gucci and get it looking Prada, Gucci's better. To get it to look Gucci, they would shoot back to back to back. So guys, like I say, all this information is legit. I've been credible in the past. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like I said, guys, I've got so much information right recently that it's cool. For our movie, I said that. R-rated, I said that. The movie was coming initially, I said that. Ben Affleck was returning, I said that. And then, instantly, Ben Affleck isn't going to get his own TV series, but it's a one and done. One and done. He's appearing in the Flash movie. They literally rewrote part of the script for him, but it's a one and done. It's not a cul-de-sac, guys. It's a franchise. They are releasing a t-shirt for Darkseid. They are releasing an actual meal plan in America. You can buy a meal for this Justice League Snyder Cut movie, but it's a one and done. Now let me leave you with this one question. Did they release an Avengers Endgame or an Avengers Infinity War custom meal for the movie? No. DC, they know what they're doing because AT&T are telling them what to do. And Jason Keeley, I don't know how you pronounce it, he's the boss. And he would tell Warner Media, because he's in charge of Warner Media, and HBO Max, that Snyder is here to stay. People are trying to get involved with Zack Snyder's Justice League again, and Jason's basically told him, leave Zack alone. He's doing the way he wants to do it. Zack's in full control, no compromise, and I'll leave you with this one piece. The same people that are saying Zack Snyder's Justice League movie will have Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan hasn't signed on yet, are the same people that are saying Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield hasn't signed on yet. Now, it's interesting to me that 2 months on, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, right? 2 months on, they've been shooting for 7 weeks, Tom Holland said recently in an interview. They haven't signed on, but a casting grid came out recently that suggests Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are actually leads for Spider-Man 3, but they haven't signed on yet. Interesting. They're the same people who discredited the Zack Snyder Justice League movie ever coming out. So do you get my point now? Until stuff happens, it ain't happening. But at least with this stuff, there is signs Ben Affleck's back. Do you know why he's in incredible shape? Yeah, I'll just leave you on that. Ben Affleck's in incredible shape. I wonder why. Is he about to start shooting something? Yes. I'm not saying the Batfleck show will be instantly, but it is coming, guys. There's so much indication. Yet you same people will believe that Toby and Andrew are back when there's literally no evidence. Okay, cool. Toby was seen in LA. He lives in LA. Andrew was seen in LA. Cool. There was a rumor recently that Andrew Garfield actually took an Uber order in Atlanta. Yeah, but I always say it like this. If there ain't no picture, it never happens. So like always, guys, remember what I said. And if I'm wrong, please tell me. Come at me, bro. If I'm wrong, come at me in the comment section. Tell me I'm wrong. And then I will say if I was wrong. But at the moment, guys, just believe what we say here. The Superman story came out September, and now trades are running it. I mean, even Variety basically said, yeah, he's coming back in some capacity. But there's no cultured nerd accreditation when realistically there should be. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you in that next video. But check us out on Instagram first, at Warstu, Twitter, WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.